Hey, welcome in or welcome back. This is Sound Wisdom Tarot. I'm Shannon Rose Scott, and this is your soul purpose, life path, hero's journey reading. Let's get into it, collective. Let's get into it. I've got the major arcana cards here, which tell the story of the hero's journey, the fool's journey, because the fool is not foolish, but is the hero. Let's find out where you're at on your current path and what you're here to do, why you've been incarnated at this time, in this life, in this body, with this family, at this time, okay, what you're here to do, and give you more clarification and insight on where to go now, where you've come from, what you're doing now, and where you're going with it. So here we go. Spirit guides, high divine, intergalactical beings, and angel guides. Please help me connect to the spirit guides of my collective tuning in. There we go. For your soul path, life purpose reading. Yes. Wow. Here we have the card of Judgment. I got to cover up these naked bodies, unfortunately. It's too bad because this is such a cool card. Oh my goodness, a cool deck, but YouTube doesn't like the naked bodies. So here we go. Here we have this wonderful card of Judgment. And this is you choosing for yourself what you want to take forward with you on the rest of your journey. Who in your life, what in your life, as well as which parts of yourself you want to keep giving attention to, keep giving energy to, putting work into, and what you're going to leave behind. We have the angel of justice here, using that trumpet, blowing on the trumpet to call home those parts of yourself you're still going to take along on your path. This is a powerful part of your journey. This is a sign to me that you've really already undergone some huge challenges. Okay, some like more so than the rest of the people. Okay, you've gone through some really, really big things, and you're towards the end of the hard part. This is one of the last steps before your journey's completed. Now, that doesn't mean your life is completed. It just means this part of the journey. And the last step is to really make it clear for yourself what you will no longer accept in your life. Okay, what kind of behaviors from yourself will you no longer accept? What thought patterns will you no longer accept? What people in your life are you no longer willing to accept and make space for? It doesn't mean that it's not a bad thing at all. This is an important step in being human, right? It doesn't mean you have to maliciously cut people out. No, that's not what this card means. But it does mean you get to decide, no, you no longer get space in my life. This is like you getting so clear on what job you're willing to keep doing, what kind of environment you're willing to keep living in. This is an awesome point in your journey, but it does have a lot of responsibility, because if you decide to not use your judgment, and to just let things keep going the way they always have, you're going to have to repeat some old cycles. This is your opportunity to end all the old cycles that you're ready to leave behind. And your purpose here on earth at this time, with this body, with this family, your purpose is to hold that place of judgment. Because guess what? By you deciding what you will no longer accept, that's going to have a ripple effect on countless others. Okay, those people that you decide not to bring with you, like that's part of your purpose, is to hold that place, is to be that moral high ground. And again, not in a malicious way, not in a mean way. You don't even need to explain to the people why you're not bringing them with you for the rest of your journey. But by you demonstrating that, by your actions, by your choices, the others will feel it. And that's part of their life purpose, is to understand why they were left behind. You don't have to explain it to them. Again, I need to emphasize that. You just get to choose and live your life anew. And if they aren't brought along, they will be forced to come face to face with their own issues. That's a hard role for you to play, I know. That's a hard one. You have to be really strong to hold to your knowingness, right? To make those choices based on your own inner wisdom as to what's right for you. I feel like because you have this card, there's been a lot of times previous to this point where you allowed people in that you shouldn't have, right? Where you knew better, where you knew there was a part of you that knew that these people weren't for you, but you still kept letting them in. And so you had to repeat this cycle a few times. Same with work situations. There was work situations you kept getting involved in that just weren't the right places for you. They weren't the right jobs, the right work community. But you didn't listen to your judgment in the past. And, things went wrong. Things went to S, right? You've had to go through many times where you didn't listen to your judgment and where you didn't choose based on your own inner judgment system. And here you are now at this place once more where you get to decide differently this time. And it's your purpose. It's your purpose to set these boundaries. Not only will you inspire others then to set boundaries for themselves, but you're also bringing these lessons to the people in your life who haven't honored you, haven't honored your boundaries. And when you set that boundary, they're going to be forced to face their own actions. And that's important. And once again, you don't actually have to bring them any of their karma. That is their karma. By you choosing your boundaries, that brings them their karma automatically. It's very important that you understand that you're not actually having to dole out the karma to people, okay? You don't need to tell them You just need to stop engaging with those people, places, careers. And that in itself will have the ripple effect it's meant to have. I like it. I like it. Let's find out more. Please, Spirit, give me more indication as to what's been going on in our collective's life. Those that are now at this place of judgment. There we are. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes. Oh my goodness. This is fabulous. Okay, so you have 8 of Cups. This is walking away. This is walking away from something that you once put a lot of energy into. There was something that at one time fulfilled you and that you spent a lot of time trying to make happen. You spent a lot of your emotional effort, probably your finances. There was something that you really built up, and now you're being invited to walk away from it. This is showing up in the past. So this could have already happened. But because in the present you still have this card of the Chariot, of choosing which way to go, this is showing me that it's maybe just recently you've had the idea to leave something behind and you've been trying to leave it behind. But you're now at a crossroads again where like you could go back to it or you could choose a brand new way. And it's up to you, right? Just because this is showing up for you, because this is your purpose, your life path, doesn't mean you're going to follow it. This is why you've tapped into this reading, because you know you need some guidance, some clarification around what you already know. And here you're being invited to move forwards. Okay, don't go back. Don't go back to this thing you've walked away from. Don't go back to it. Move forwards. The Chariot card is a sign to go forwards, not go backwards, not go side to side, but move forwards. You got to get on your motorbike and get on the path and keep going, right? And leave behind. We've got so much leaving behind energy. I get it. This has been challenging, right? Sometimes we feel like we're mean for leaving certain people behind, certain friendships. For some of you, I'm getting the message, it's even like certain family members. There's like a career too. I feel like there's a career for some of you that you put so much work into. Relationships you put so much work into that it's hard to leave them behind. But that's what you're here to do. That's what you're here to do. Not only you need it, but all of those people that you'll be leaving behind, they need this to happen so that they can grow and evolve too. And if you choose well, if you choose the path forwards, if you choose really well and set those boundaries really clearly and only take that which is actually helping you evolve, you've got the most amazing abundance coming your way. King of Pentacles. This is being the master of an abundant life. This has been the only thing stopping you from being your most abundant self, right? Every time you went back to the people, the careers that just weren't actually supporting you, it stopped you from achieving this abundance. But you are meant to be abundant. Abundance of all forms. You're meant to have an abundance of money, an abundance of luxury in your home, abundance of gifts, abundance of being at the right place at the right time and having the right connections, abundance of friends, the right friends, right? When you actually say no to the wrong friends, you're going to have an abundance of the right friends. When you say no to the wrong family, you're going to have an abundance of the right family. When you say no to the wrong career, you will have the abundance of the right career. You will have it all, but you've got to say no, and you've got to leave all these cups behind. Sometimes we feel like, but I spent so much time and effort on this thing. This was something I wanted for so long. That's okay. That was part of the journey. You were meant to still work on those cups because they helped you identify who and what is not serving you. If you hadn't spent time working on those relationships, if you hadn't spent time working on those career options, if you hadn't done those things, if you hadn't lived in the places you've lived, right? If you hadn't created family with the people you created family with, if you hadn't done all those things, you wouldn't know what it is you want and don't want. It doesn't mean that this was all in vain. You were still meant to go through it, but now you're meant to leave it. Get on your motorbike. Get going. Get going. Your abundance awaits you. But it's like, if you have too many bags that you can't carry them, you end up staying stuck. I'm laughing because like I'm really well known for always having too many bags, right? When I go on little holidays or when I go on big ones, I take a lot of stuff with me, and it actually stops me from fully enjoying the opportunities because I have all this stuff. And that's what this card is about, right? You can't take all those people, all those careers, you can't take all of that with you. And you already know this. You already know there's a lot of things you don't need anymore that doesn't bring you joy, that makes you feel heavy, weighted down. Let them go. And walk towards this. This is what you want. Go towards it. I feel like it's super clear the way the message was, but let's just get a little bit more. A little bit more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, that's too many. Thank you. Yeah. There was a lot of fighting in the past. That's what you're walking away from as well. Anybody that brought you this feeling of competition, that brought you this feeling of like winning at all costs, where you had to constantly like hurt each other in your interactions and behaviors, this is what you need to leave behind. And you can only make this choice based on your emotions. So this is going to help you. This is the card clarifying the Chariot. We've got King of Cups clarifying the Chariot. That means that as you choose which direction to go and who to bring with you, who to leave behind, you can't make this decision from your head. The King of Cups is emotionally wise and is tuned in to his or her emotions. It's your emotions that will help you identify who and what you want to bring with you. Yes. This is not the kind of decision that comes from your head, because your head will tell you that you should be with people that aren't good for you because of all these logical reasons, right? Your head will tell you to stay in a career you hate because of all these logical reasons. Your head, right, will tell you the wrong way, but your emotions know. When you think about a certain career path, you'll either feel like joyful, excited, which is your sign, yes, move towards that, or you'll feel anxious, depressed, annoyed, angry, irritated, scared. That's actually a big sign. Like, your emotions are your intuitive source of wisdom. Those angry, fearful, sad, nervous energies, that's telling you you're off track. It's the same thing with people. The people in your life, if you feel joy thinking about that person, excitement, yeah, that means like they're good people to have around. If you feel like confident when you're around them, right? But if you feel dis-ease, right? If you feel like nervous, if you feel angry, like constantly, obviously even people we love and should have in our lives, sometimes we have little irritations, right? But if you're like super angry when you think about a certain person, or super sad when you think about a certain person, if you feel like weak inside when you think about a certain person, these are signs that you're supposed to leave them behind. Don't engage with them anymore. And look at this, clarifying King of Pentacles. You got Queen of Pentacles. So you are absolutely meant to have abundance and to be creative in your abundance. As soon as you do this, as soon as you let yourself choose, you're bringing in all of this wealth. You will have everything you need and more. So if you're worried about like leaving some things behind because you're like, but that's where I had money. That's where I feel comfortable. You're going to be way more comfortable. Way more comfortable in this new venture. And again, you're here to bring these lessons to all those that were more interested in the lower vibrations. And by you setting the boundary with love from a calm place and just choosing your life, they'll be forced to face their karma, their own karma. You don't have to deliver it to them. But it is your purpose to enact it through judging for yourself what you're bringing with you and what you're leaving behind, my collective. Whew, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. So let's give you a word of advice from your angels, an angel oracle deck. What's just one last little word of advice from the angels regarding your life path, your hero's journey, your soul purpose of judgment? Angels, please give our collective here some final words of inspiration, insight, and guidance. Thank you. It's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. It's true. You're almost there, right? You're at the end of this cycle. You're almost there. all the things that have gone on in your life, all those challenges, all the fights, the things that didn't work out, the feelings, right? It's all coming to an end. And you'll be able to look towards this future with a huge smile. It's almost over. Good job. Keep going. You're almost there. Collective, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe. Comment below how this has resonated with you. I read every comment, and it means so much to me to hear from you as to what has been valuable information for you, what has resonated. And the more you comment, even if it's just with an emoji or the phrase, I claim this, right? However you comment, it helps me tune into your energy more for future readings. And I do respond. I do always respond, although it can take me a little bit sometimes, okay? Take me a minute, but I do respond, okay? And if you're looking for a really personalized reading regarding career, love, regarding your soul purpose, regarding messages from the other side, whatever your question or interest might be, I do offer 30-minute readings, 60-minute readings. I also have a yearly forecast special going on right now. And I have a really special regular, Sound Wisdom regular tarot coaching program where you get a monthly session from me. So check out those details below. All right. And just for those of you who stuck around for this, I got an extra special, one last little pull. You got good luck, my friends. You got coins coming your way. Again, further symbolizing abundance, okay? You are meant to be abundantly wealthy, abundantly rich, abundant in all forms, okay? And you've got beautiful luck coming your way. It's time. Until next time, keep tuning into your inner wisdom, your inner path. See you on the other side.